Decentralization Media.
Hi guys, this is Mr. Z. Welcome back to a tutorial series on Stella, and today we'll be looking at the managed data operations. Let's start off by going to this transaction builder and use our already existing key pair. And let's take Alice for instance, and let's use Alice to create this particular operation. Fetch Alice's sequence number and choose operation type as manage data. Now this particular operation, even though quite simple, is really powerful and would let you use this in so many different applications. Multiple different applications of the blockchain itself, and using real world applications within the blockchain, storing data in a very minute form. Mostly it can be used to store hashes and compare them to make proofs. So to begin with, let's see a particular value. Let's say we're going to type in the name and it being Alice. So Alice can store certain data in the blockchain, and each data can go in as a key pair. So the name and the key pair. And let's put in the source account as Alice's public key and sign the transaction using Alice's secret key. And submit the transaction. Now that we see the transaction submitted, once we have a look into the envelope, we see Alice has signed this particular transaction, and the managed data operation has the data value as Alice. So as such, we can store multiple data, and each name value pair is stored. Each name value pair is stored in the Alice's user object or Alice's account, and with each transaction the name value pair will be updated. So Alice's account will have the most recent update. However, we can track through each transaction, and the transaction will have the state that it had when it performed the operation. So in doing so, we can get multiple different values for one particular name value pair, and this really helps in building chains to the blockchain, virtual chains, custom chains, whatever you call it. Welcome back guys. Let's have a look at how we can do this using the Go SDK. And to start off, we have the credentials of Alice as the public and the secret key, followed by the pair generated from full key pair. Then we have the client assigned as testnet. Then we are requesting the account to the public key so that we can later use it in the build transaction. Then we're building the operation manage data, which has 3 fields, and source account is optional, and whenever manage data operation is created, it adds this data into the source account itself, the account that signs and verifies, signature account. So we have the name, it's a name value pair, name being name itself and value being Alice, and value is a byte string. And finally we build the transaction with the account that we called, and we assign the operations, set the network to testnet, and keep the time bounds as infinite. Then we convert the transaction to base 64 by signing it, followed by submitting a transaction to Stella and getting the response hash. And finally we also have a look at the account once more, and this time we get the data present inside the account, the data being the name value pair, and we've suggested or assigned, we've retrieved the name as name. So any name with name gives a response. However, this is in base 64 format, so we had to decode it into a string. So let's run this code and see how it works. As you can see, the transaction was performed successfully, and we can see when we retrieved the data is Alice as we put in to the operation. So thank you guys. This is how you can do a managed data operation in Stella, and this was pretty simple. However, it's a really vital functionality. And hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for notifications. Thank you.
Decentralization Media.